Today you're going to look at good warning systems. So you all presented your warning systems for the classroom, and you may have noticed that you had a lot of things that were in common. And what you may have noticed is that there's three main parts to having a good, effective warning system. So number one, the monitoring, the detection, to see if it's coming. So a lot of you had a lot of these high-tech devices and technology throughout the school and in various places, so you could continue to monitor. Some people had cameras, sensors, face recognition, these types of very fancy things, so we could track the administration at all times, all right? And that's what we like to do with disasters also, is we're constantly tracking with these high-tech things. We're looking for signs of earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, that type of thing. So we have a lot of that high tech, but we also have a lot of low tech options. So some of you just had some people watching guard throughout the school or in the hallway. We also use those because if technology goes out, we still need a backup. So even with tornadoes, we have people that are storm spotters, tornado spotters, and they're trained people. You have a certificate, and they are out looking to spot a tornado for confirmation. All right, the next thing that many of you had were warning signals, all right? You had a variety of different ways. Some of you had text messages, social media, TV alerts, telephone calls. Some of you had sirens, lights, that type of thing. And with warning signals, we want to make sure that they're understandable, that everybody, different languages and things, understand them, all right? And we can receive them in a variety of different ways. So sometimes it's not just one alert. When we get it several times in several different ways, we're more likely to believe it. And then early warning. So a lot of you had your warning, your detection and your symbols like far through the school, so we'd have enough time to actually respond. Having a warning signal go off 2 seconds before a disaster happens is really not that helpful. All right, so we also need early warning signals. And what we also need less of are false alarms. I don't have that one written down, but the more false alarms there are, the less likely people are to respond. So we have to make sure that we're confident that this is happening before we signal the alarm. And the last thing is response. And a lot of you had some very good plans about what people were to do when the alarm goes off. People need to know what to do, where to go, all right? And how do you get people to respond? Well, that all happens beforehand. You have to be able to practice. You're trained. People are educated. They're aware, all right, of the dangers of the disaster that may be approaching. So these are our three main parts of a good warning system. So we need monitoring, detection, high, low tech. We need warning signals that are understandable from a variety of different ways. We need early warning and less false alarms. And then we need a plan so people know what to do. They've practiced, they're trained, they're educated, they're aware.